Welcome to our journey through the solar system. You know, when we look up at the night sky, we often wonder about those twinkling points of light. Are any of them home to other life forms? What would it be like to stand on the surface of another planet, gazing at a completely different sky? Ever wondered what life would be like on other planets? Today, we'll explore how long a day lasts on each planet and what life might be like there. Fasten your seatbelts, space fans, because we're about to embark on a cosmic adventure. First up is Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system and the closest to the Sun. This proximity to the Sun gives Mercury some unique characteristics. Now, a day on Mercury is not like a day here on Earth, it's not even close. While we experience a 24-hour cycle, Mercury's day is vastly different. Imagine this, a day on Mercury lasts about 59 Earth days. That's nearly 2 months for just one full rotation. That's right, 59 of our days for just one sunrise and sunset on Mercury. This slow rotation has fascinating implications. Now, let's think about what that means for life, or at least the possibility of life as we know it. The long days and nights create extreme conditions. With such long days, Mercury experiences scorching hot temperatures during the day, reaching up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit. This intense heat is relentless. That's hot enough to melt lead. Imagine the surface conditions under such extreme heat. And then, because there's virtually no atmosphere to trap heat, the temperature plummets at night, dropping to minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. The contrast is staggering. So, if you're thinking about a vacation home on Mercury, you might want to reconsider. The extreme temperature swings would be a major challenge. Those extreme temperature swings would make it a tad difficult to enjoy a relaxing day at the beach. The environment is far from hospitable, but hey, who knows? Maybe there are life forms out there that thrive in such extreme conditions. Life has a way of surprising us. After all, the universe is full of surprises. The possibilities are endless, and Mercury is just one fascinating piece of the cosmic puzzle. Next, we travel to Venus, our closest planetary neighbor, and often called Earth's twin because of their similar size and mass. Despite these similarities, Venus is a world of extremes, but don't let that fool you, because Venus is anything but hospitable. Its surface is a hellish landscape with temperatures and pressures that are beyond anything we experience on Earth. For starters, a day on Venus is longer than its year. This means that the planet takes more time to complete one rotation on its axis than it does to orbit the Sun. You heard that right, a day on Venus lasts a whopping 243 Earth days, while it zips around the Sun in just 225 Earth days. This unusual rotation means that if you were standing on Venus, you would experience incredibly long days and nights. So, on Venus, you could celebrate your birthday twice before experiencing a single sunrise. Talk about a long day. Imagine the impact this would have on daily life and activities if we ever tried to live there. Now let's talk about the atmosphere. Venus's atmosphere is one of the most fascinating and extreme aspects of the planet. Venus has an incredibly thick atmosphere, about 90 times denser than Earth's, and it's composed mostly of carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas. This dense atmosphere creates a crushing pressure on the surface. This thick atmosphere traps heat, leading to a runaway greenhouse effect that sends temperatures soaring to an average of 900 degrees Fahrenheit. This makes Venus the hottest planet in our solar system, even hotter than Mercury, which is closer to the Sun. That's hot enough to melt lead, folks. The extreme heat and pressure make the surface of Venus a truly hostile environment. And to make matters even more interesting, the atmospheric pressure on Venus is about 92 times that of Earth's surface pressure. This immense pressure is comparable to the pressure found deep in the Earth's oceans. That's equivalent to being about 3,000 feet beneath the ocean's surface. The crushing pressure and searing heat make Venus an incredibly challenging place for any form of life as we know it. So, yeah, Venus is not exactly a walk in the park. Its extreme conditions make it one of the most inhospitable places in our solar system, a stark contrast to its nickname as Earth's twin. Now let's take a moment to appreciate our own planet, Earth. We all know Earth. A day lasts 24 hours, providing a perfect balance for life as we know it. We've got a comfortable 24-hour rotation period which prevents extreme temperature swings and allows for a day-night cycle that's just right for life to thrive. And of course, we can't forget about our atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is a beautiful mix of nitrogen, oxygen, and other trace gases that protect us from harmful radiation from the sun and help regulate our planet's temperature. It's like a cozy blanket that keeps us warm and safe. But here's the thing about Earth, it's unique. It's the only planet we know of that harbors life. And that's because of this delicate balance of factors. Our distance from the sun, our atmosphere, our rotation period, they all work together to create the perfect conditions for life to flourish. Next door to us is Mars, the red planet, and a favorite destination for our robotic explorers. A day on Mars, called a sol, is just over 24 hours, clocking in at 24.6 hours to be precise. So if you're thinking of moving to Mars someday, you wouldn't have to adjust your sleep schedule too drastically. But that's about where the similarities with Earth end. You see, Mars is much colder than Earth, with an average temperature of about -80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's because it's farther away from the sun and has a much thinner atmosphere than Earth. Speaking of the atmosphere, Mars's atmosphere is about 100 times thinner than Earth's and is composed mostly of carbon dioxide. Now, while that's not great for humans breathing, it does mean that there's potential for us to terraform Mars someday, perhaps by introducing plants that can convert that carbon dioxide into breathable oxygen, but that's a story for another time. Now, hold on tight as we journey to Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, a gas giant with a diameter of about 87,000 miles. To put that into perspective, that's more than 11 times the diameter of Earth. That's so big that you could fit all the other planets in the solar system inside Jupiter with room to spare. Imagine lining up Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune inside Jupiter and still having space left over. But here's the thing about Jupiter. It's a planet in a hurry. Despite its massive size, it spins incredibly fast. A day on Jupiter is the shortest in the solar system, lasting just about 10 hours. That's less than half the length of an Earth day. That's right, this massive planet spins around its axis at an incredible speed, completing one rotation in less than half the time it takes Earth to do the same. While Earth takes 24 hours to complete one spin, Jupiter does it in just under 10 hours. Now, imagine the storms that such rapid rotation creates. The fast spin generates powerful winds and massive storm systems. Jupiter is famous for its Great Red Spot, a massive storm system that's been raging for centuries. This colossal storm has been observed for over 300 years. This storm is so big that you could fit 2 Earths inside it. Just imagine the scale of such a storm. And because of Jupiter's fast rotation, its atmosphere is whipped into a frenzy of high winds and swirling clouds. These dynamic weather patterns make Jupiter one of the most fascinating planets to study. Saturn, the ringed wonder's waltz. Next, we arrive at Saturn, the ringed wonder of our solar system. Saturn is another gas giant, and it's best known for its stunning system of rings, which are made up of countless particles of ice and rock. But Saturn's beauty isn't just skin deep. This planet is also a fascinating world with its own unique characteristics. A day on Saturn lasts about 10.7 hours, just a bit longer than a day on Jupiter. That means that Saturn too is spinning rapidly, and it also has a turbulent atmosphere with high winds and storms. But unlike Jupiter, Saturn's atmosphere is less dramatic in appearance, with fewer distinct cloud bands. However, that doesn't mean it's any less fascinating. In fact, Saturn's atmosphere is home to some of the most complex chemical processes in the solar system, and scientists are still working to understand them fully. Uranus, the sideways world's rhythms. Now get ready to tilt your head as we approach Uranus, the ice giant that's tilted on its side. You see, unlike most planets in our solar system, which spin on an axis that's roughly perpendicular to their orbital plane, Uranus is tilted at an angle of about 98 degrees. That means that its poles are where most other planets have their equators. Talk about a different perspective. Now, a day on Uranus lasts about 17 hours, which is actually pretty similar to Earth's rotation period. But because of that extreme tilt, Uranus experiences some pretty bizarre seasonal changes. Imagine this, each pole of Uranus experiences about 42 Earth years of continuous sunlight, followed by 42 years of darkness. That makes for some long winters. Neptune, the windy blue giant's swift spin. Finally, we reach Neptune, the farthest planet from the Sun, and another ice giant with a wild side. Neptune is known for its striking blue color, which comes from methane in its atmosphere. But don't let that serene blue fool you, because Neptune is a stormy place. In fact, it has the fastest winds in the solar system, with speeds reaching up to 1,300 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Now, a day on Neptune lasts about 16 hours, which is relatively short considering its size. And because of its distance from the Sun, Neptune is an incredibly cold world with an average temperature of about minus 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Until next time, space explorers, thanks for joining us on this cosmic journey. We've explored the diverse lengths of days on each planet in our solar system and imagined what life might be like in those wildly different environments. From the scorching heat of Mercury to the frigid depths of Neptune, our solar system is a place of incredible wonder and endless possibilities. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating space content. Leave a comment below on which planet you'd like to learn more about.